Hey everyone, it's the Angry Honey Badger here, and it is time for Badger's Picks for Week 5, which I believe is the last week of this year. Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I right? Am I wrong? Oh, I guess Tuesday's the 31st. Next one. Whatever. Close enough. Anyways, this is the last week of this year. Season 5. Let's take a look. See who's free, who I'm going to recommend. Guess if you want. Free this week, we have Fiddlesticks, Gangplank, Soraka, Ezreal, Shen, Kenan, a dog shaking his head. We also have Kogmaw, Xerath, Syndra, and Nami. As for my first recommendation this week, it's actually going to be Fiddlesticks, also known as Fiddlesticks. Couple cool things about Fiddlesticks. He does a really good job in the jungle. You've probably seen him there before. If not, I know lately we've seen him a lot as a support. Maybe not quite as much because he got a little nerf, and now his fear isn't, as I've called it, 7 years long. It has been taken down in duration, but it's still really, really good. He's a fun champion to play, too. It's a little bit interesting. He does die fast, so be prepared for that. But one other awesome thing about Fiddlesticks is he's a good jungler. You can kind of, he's how I describe Warwick. You can't really die with him in the jungle. With his drain ability, it's up as fast as basically its full duration is, so you can constantly drain as long as you have mana. So you're pretty much good to go in the jungle too with him. So kind of a fun champion. Takes a little bit to get used to, but overall I think you should probably give him a try if you've never played him. The next champion I'm going to recommend this week is actually maybe a bit of a surprise, but I'm going to go with Soraka. Typically, I would describe this champion as boring, but I think they've actually, with the tweaks they made to her over the previous months, I think she's a lot of fun. And besides the part where she's just kind of your generic awesome support when it comes to, like, replenishing your ADC over and over with health and mana, she's really good actually now in mid. Maybe not really good, but kind of fun and entertaining. She's got some decent damage potential. She's got some interesting wave clear and just is a different champion, and it's kind of fun to play because of it. So if you've never played Soraka as a support, you should definitely do that. And if you maybe want to try her in somewhere else, take her mid or top. It can actually work. It's kind of odd. Next champion I'm going to recommend this week is going to be Kogmaw. A lot of lack of love for Kogmaw over the last, oh god, almost the whole last season. You didn't see him too much. He does have a fairly interesting kit, does a lot of percentage damage, and you can team that up with a Blade of the Ruined King and get even more out of it. He is really good. You can also build him as full AP in mid, and he can nuke people with a few of his abilities. So you can play him in a few different ways, which is kind of cool. Few drawbacks to Kogmaw is he doesn't really have escapability. So you're in a fight, you're in a fight. And then I think a lot of people forget to use his passive too, which is a good way to pick up and secure kills. So he's kind of an interesting pick, and they actually list him as a marksman/mage. So you can play him either or. Find which style you like more, either as an ADC or if you like him mid. But you can usually find a position for him, and he can actually be like this odd fun. And as for my final pick this week, I'm actually going to go with Kenan. And yes, Kenan's a dude. It's not a chick champion. So I need to get that straight. A lot of people always screw that up, and I don't know actually how, because that's also a dude's name. Anyways, besides that rant, good champion, and one of the best things about him is even if you don't do phenomenally amazing early, you always have this ultimate that can help out your whole team, since you can like group stun the enemy team. Very, very useful in every rank. Very good champion. Pretty easy to farm with, pretty good to poke with. He's just a pretty strong champion. He'll always have a place as long as they don't really change him or nerf him into the ground. So, good champion. If you've never played him, give him a try this week. You might like him and end up picking him up. Those are your free champions for week 5. Those are my 4 picks. A couple oddball ones in there, but I think they need, you need to try out some of the oddball champions occasionally if you've never played them, because you'll be surprised you like some of them. Like, some of my favorite champions in the game are very underplayed champions, but it's because I find them very fun, and after all, it's a video game. You should play it and have some fun. So, if there's a box around any of these champions pictures right now, that means you can click on it, and it will take you to a build video for them. You should check those out in case you're wondering what you should perhaps buy on them. But other than that, good luck out there this week on the Fields of Justice.